has confirmed that North Korea is sending thousands of troops to Russia in what Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin calls a very, very serious escalation. And Ukraine's president believes he knows exactly where those troops are ultimately heading. CBS's chief foreign affairs correspondent Margaret Brennan has the story.
Video released by the Ukrainian government shows North Korean troops receiving military gear in Russia. CBS cannot independently verify the footage, but today, Defense Secretary Austin confirmed that Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un have their troops training side by side at 3 specialized military sites inside of Russia.
There is evidence that there are DPRK troops, in Russia.
Ukrainian President Zelensky warned him that Russia may send those forces to Ukraine, proving Putin seeks to escalate, not negotiate. And South Korean officials say the number may soon climb to 10,000, revealing that Russia is already training 3,000 North Korean special forces how to operate equipment, including drones. U.S. officials said the North Korean soldiers traveled in mid-October by ship from North Korea to eastern Russia and could end up on the battlefield.
If Russia is indeed forced to turn to North Korea for manpower, this would be a sign of weakness, not strength, on the part of the Kremlin.
Russia has already lost roughly 600,000 soldiers, according to the Pentagon, and has turned to hired mercenaries from Cuba and other countries for manpower. An axis of U.S. adversaries are now helping Russia. Iran sent personnel and drones. China lent much-needed financial support, and North Korea sent munitions. The U.S. is still trying to figure out what Kim Jong-un thinks he's getting out of this deal, and fear it could include Russian expertise to help build out his nuclear program.
It's been concerning. Certainly this development, this willingness of Kim to literally put skin in the game here.
And Margaret joins us now. So you mentioned this axis of adversaries. How significant is it?
It's very significant to see America's adversaries working together, basically to fill in all the gaps for Russia created by those Western sanctions, and potentially to help it win in this land grab in Ukraine. This is going to set, Nora, a precedent, one that the next president of the United States will have to deal with. In the short term, North Korea is already the most sanctioned country in the world. The White House plans more of them and to surge more weapons to Ukraine in these final weeks of the Biden administration.
Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation you Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. Yeah, it's been confirmed more than 3,000 North Korean troops have been sent to Russia. But you can't believe what these devils are saying. According to the Pentagon statistics, the Russian government lost over 600,000 soldiers. That's the other way around. Of course, the Russian soldiers took casualties, but not the way they saying 600,000. That's the other way around. Russia's military is far more superior than with the Ukrainian military and with the United States, Great Britain, Poland, and all the rest of these nations that are allied with America that's sending weaponry over there, tanks and everything. So what they saying, what I'm getting out of this is, which is very hypocritical, y'all can send weapons and tanks to help keep, and billions of dollars to help you keep Ukraine afloat, but when Russia's allies send them weaponry or manpower or drones, is a major problem. That's a sign of weakness. No, that's allies helping allies. If you can't see through this madness, then you totally blind to what's going on, totally oblivious to what's going on in the world today. You're supposed to measure the times diligently. Pursuant to 2 Ezra 9:1, measure the times diligently, and this is part of prophecy. So these devils, you can't really believe anything that these devils are pushing in the mainstream media. What's coming out of these devils' power holes, you can't believe it. We know through prophecy that great day of the Lord is coming. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. It says, that great day of the Lord is near. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, which is these scriptures, his prophets. It says, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. And we see what's happening. What's that great day of the Lord? When the Most High put the Spirit on the assembly of great nations, which is led by Russia and China and Iran. And look what's going on. America is behind the scenes with what's going on in Gaza. America is behind the scenes of what's happening in South Lebanon. America is behind the scenes of what's happening with these strikes that's hitting Iran, and then they urging Iran, the Western countries are urging Iran to hold restraint. But meanwhile, no one is telling the Israeli gutter rats over there to show some kind of restraint. No, let's go out there and butcher. Let's go out there and butcher, slaughter, maim, pillage, rob, murder children, murder women. But no one dares talks about that. No one dares talks about that. But that great day is coming, man. It says, and all the mighty men of all these militaries, they're going to cry bitterly when all this shit happens. Because that assembly of great nations, which is Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the 9th verse on down, they're going to line themselves to come up against America and its allies. Even America's own allies are going to turn against them. Perhaps Great Britain, France, Germany. This is all prophecy. America's going to burn. And all the people is going to bow down to the slaughter. The only ones that's getting out of here alive are the elect. I'm a part of the elect. Because what's about to happen, what's about to take place this coming winter, after these elections, things is going to turn for the worse. People's lives are going to change for the worse. Miseries are coming. And all this is prophesied in 2nd Esdras, the 50th and the 16th chapter. So it reads back in Zephaniah, it says, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. No matter of fact, I'm gonna go back up. I skipped the verse. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 15. That day is a day of wrath. Wrath from who? The Almighty Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shah? A day of trouble and distress. A day of wasteness and desolation, which is spoken about in the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter and the 3rd chapter. The 3rd chapter is going into the judgment of the nations, man. The judgment the Most High Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah is about to bring upon these nations, man. And that's fire. Mainly America and Israel. Certain parts of Russia is going to get hit. Certain parts of the world, certain parts of Iran going to get hit. Certain parts of Great Britain, France, Germany. That's why I tell you in Isaiah the 24th chapter, that the earth is going to roll to and fro like a drunkard. There's no getting around the destruction of America. America is going to be hit with multiple warheads. And it's going to be destroyed. It says, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. What does it say in Jeremiah 25, verse 33? Let me get that real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 33. I'm going to start at 32. That thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation and nation. That's the missiles. It says, and a great whirlwind shall be rised up from the coast of the earth, which them chariots. When Yahweh shall crack them skies, that's them chariots. Because the whirlwind represents the chariot. It says, And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even to the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. The same thing is saying right here in Zephaniah. It says, and I will, this is back in Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 17. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Bottom line, man, you can't get around that, man. The slain of the Lord is going to be many. The slain of the Lord is going to be many in that day. And that's a great day of judgment, destruction, and punishments to the 2/3 Esau and the rest of the nations, mainly Esau. Because you got a judgment coming, man. A sword judgment that you can't get out of. The Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai is going to turn back all the captivities of these different nations, but you red devil, you're gonna be Obadiah 1 and 18. You're gonna be Obadiah 1 and 18. That's your punishment. That's your judgment. So get ready. Get ready, because it's coming. It's coming. This is Isaiah chapter 34. I'm going to start at the top. And it reads, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it." And we out there telling you week in and week out, putting up videos. What's going to happen? This is talk about the prophets telling the people in all the whole world they judge, because this truth has went out through the 4 corners of the earth, through the internet. And you could change the settings to your perspective language and get these breakdowns and receive your judgment. What's going to happen to you? But the judgment is not yet. When that judgment comes, you're going to know, because it's going to be thermonuclear war. Right now, we're in the beginning stages of World War III. You don't see what's going on around the world? We're in the beginning stages of World War III. But the end is when that thermonuclear fire comes, and that concentrated fire from them chariots. That's going to be the end of World War III. We're in the beginning stages of it right now. And it's only going to escalate. Now you got North Korean troops. You got Iran getting bombarded with missiles, because they retaliated over what the Israeli government did to them. So now the Israeli government is retaliating over what they did and what Iran did, because they was being retaliated against for what they have done, if that makes sense. And like I said, America is behind all of this. If you give somebody a gun and they go kill somebody, you just as guilty as the person that pulled the trigger. You supporting them with billions of dollars, with military aid, troops without their military men without their uniforms on. So you got boots on the ground, but you ain't going to admit that. Over in Russia and Ukraine, hoping the Ukrainians. This is just a big ball that America has gotten himself into, a big ball of confusion and madness that America has gotten himself into, and the only remedy is to burn these motherfuckers with fire. Excuse my language. To burn these Edomites with fire and enslave them. Because if not, they're going to continue to pillage, rape, rob, and do much damage throughout the 4 corners of the earth. This is back in Isaiah 34 and 2. "For the indignation of the Lord's righteous anger is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter." See, this has already happened. In another dimension, America has been destroyed. We just living out the prophecies. That's why I said he hath utterly destroyed them. Let's read it again. For the indignation, the righteous anger of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall, the governments, mountains represents governments, shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven, all the armies of the rulership of the different nations, shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's that nuclear detonation from multiple warheads, from multiple that assembly of great nations. Pursuant to Jeremiah 50 and 9, it says, and all the hosts shall fall as a leaf falling from off the vine, and a falling fig from the fig tree. To back that, we can go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 12. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, the rulership of Esau. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is a Greek way of saying Edom, and upon the people of my curse. Who's been cursed with leprosy? Esau, Edom. It says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. That judgment is thermonuclear destruction and country that fly from them chariots. The sport of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of the lambs and goats, which is the metaphor for the people. And the apostles to Hall, he was the first that said that America is a great big altar, and all the people, the elements, the people, the animals are the sacrifice. America is a great big altar, and the people that's dwelling in this land is the sacrifice. It says, with the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord Yahweh have a sacrifice in Bosra, an ancient city that Esau had control over. The modern day Bosra is America. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion, which you have done to the Lord's people. Obadiah 1 and 10. You're not going to escape that. You got to pay. We got to pay for going off and doing wicked things and worshiping other gods. You don't think you're going to pay for all the atrocity that you have done against the people of the Lord? You're going to pay. And there's no getting around that, man. So you're making a big deal out of Russia's receiving 3,000 plus troops from North Korea. What about what you doing? Or the military aid from different European nations? Billions of dollars in aid from America alone, not including what's been sent from Great Britain, France, Germany, Poland, and the rest of America's allies. The rest of them European nations that's allied to America. But you ain't got nothing to say about that, right? You see the hypocrisy in these devils? No one is allowed to help Russia. But China has sent much needed financial stability, with financial help to help sustain that war in Russia. Iran is sending drones and other weaponry. North Korea is sending troops and other weaponry. And this happened. Notice this happened around the time Iran getting hit with retaliatory strikes is when they had that goddamn World Series going. That's when they started bombing, yesterday. In Game 1. Total distraction, the World Series. NBA. The CFL, the NFL. Major distractions. Don't look over here. Look at these sports. Look at the bread and circus they be giving y'all. Look what's going on. Don't look what's going on over here in Ukraine, over in Gaza, over in South Lebanon. Don't look what's going on over in Iran. Don't look what's going on over in Florida, that these people are still submerged underwater from them hurricanes that happened almost a month ago. Don't look at that. You want more distractions? Look what's going on with Diddy. He getting beat up in prison. Like, who cares? The main thing is America's going to be destroyed by fire, man. And America is a great big altar. And all you people are the sacrifice. It's getting hectic out here. And I'm happy. I'm quite sure the other Akim are happy. Starting with the apostles on down. We all happy that this is happening because it's prophecy. And prophecies must come to pass. Prophecies must come to pass. So I'm going to close it out. Just want to make a quick lesson. America's going to be destroyed. America's going to be burnt with fire. And all of y'all people all the people in America is going to bow down to the slaughter. All of y'all. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rokah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone once again. And salutation you Akim out there that push his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.